Hi children, this is me Ashwati. Welcome back to Sai SS Academy. Today I am going to take the 8th class Geography Chapter 1 Resources. Okay, so introduction. Water, electricity, vegetable, textbook, all these things have some in common. That means these things, water, electricity, vegetables, all these things satisfy our needs, isn't it? So that means they provide us utility. Okay, they provide us utility. Utility, what is utility? Utility means when the things are of usability. When the things are of usability, then it comes under the comes as utility. Okay, that means the water. When we become thirst, we have to drink water. Electricity, for all purpose, we need electricity for switching the light, fan, everything we need electricity. And vegetable, every day we need it for our house purpose. And textbook, we have to learn many things, and now also we are using the textbook, and these type of many things are there which gives us which satisfy our needs. Okay, example, when we become thirsty, what will we do? We drink a glass of water. Here water satisfied our thirst, so water is a utility. Got it? So we said about utility. Utility means the thing that satisfy our needs comes under utility. The things that are utility or usability in our life has value. Next I am going to say about that. What are the things satisfy our needs has value too. Okay. Example, that I told you, when we are thirsty, we are drinking water. Now I am thirsty. Suppose I am going to buy a bottle of water of rupees 20. Okay, so what did I do? Here I paid for my utility. Here I paid for my utility means I need to drink water. I paid 20 rupees for it. Then there comes a value for my utility. Got it? That means value means, what is the meaning of value? Value means worth. Like that, all resources have value. All resources have value. We can divide it into two, the economic value and non-economic value. Economic value, the example I give it as metals like that, gold. One example, gold. And what is gold? Why did I write the gold? The gold means if we want to buy the gold, what we have to do? We pay for it, isn't it? Like that, that type of things, what we are paying and buying to satisfy our needs, it comes under the economic value. And other thing is non-economic value. Example, it is landscape. Landscape, what is the meaning of the landscape? Landscape means the natural beauty. Think now. Natural beauty, everything. The God gives all the things for our nature. I am staying in Kerala. Here it already the rain starts now. It is very nice to see now. All the greeny things are coming, and the landscape is very beautiful here. And I am watching it now at my outside of my house. It was a heavy showering was there, and it is very nice to see also. But I don't want to pay for it. Yes or no? I don't want to pay for it. So that type of things comes under the non-economic value. I think you got the 2 points. Yes. Next point, time and technology. Time and technology. These time and technology are two important factors that can change substances into resources. This time and technology are the two important factors that change these resources into the substances into resources. The time and technology changes these substances into resources. I will say one example. Okay, that means the evolution of resources over the period of time with the help of technology. Here, technology, I am saying about the technology and time, how these factors help the substance to change into a resource. Okay, so example, the discovery of a fire. The discovery of fire, what it helps? It led to the practice of cooking. The discovery of the fire, it helped for the practice of cooking. Second, the invention of the wheel. First, the early man they cut a log of wood. We learned in the early classes now that resulted in the development of a newer mode of transport. So what I explained is the invention of wheel gradually with the help of the technologies became a valuable resource. Now what happened? Now which how many types of vehicles we are using? For the aeroplane also the wheel is there, no? So the technology helped the invention of the wheel to make gradually it came that the technology helped to become a valuable resource, that now the wheel, tire, everything, it is a valuable resource. Got it? So that point is completed. Second, it comes a type of resources. Next, we are going to learn about the types of resources. So, the types of resources classified into natural resources, human-made resources, human resources. Natural resources, human-made resources, and human resources. Here come the first point, natural resources. Natural resource. What is natural resource? Resources that are obtained from nature and used without modification. That 3 points are there, means a free gift of nature, can be used directly. Some cases needed tools and technologies. Okay, I will say about that. I will explain. Resources that we are getting directly from the nature is known as a natural resource. Okay, that means it is the free gift of nature. Here I am giving the small points, children. Small points. If you are writing it on a notebook or just read these points. After reading the points, if you are reading the textbook, it will be in your mind. Always I am saying this to the all students. Don't by heart the social science. Social science, all are thinking it is a boring subject. Don't think it as like that. It is a very easy subject. Just you have to make small points. I am giving it just to go through the points. After these points, you just read the textbook. It will be there in your mind. Okay. So, here resource what are getting directly from the nature is known as a natural resource. That means it is a free gift of nature. Can be used directly. Example, air. The air is there. That what we have to do, whether we are buying it for that breathing, no, just we are using how much quantity we don't know, we are using it, no, so we are using it directly. We like water, we are not filtering it, nothing, just we are, if it is a polluted air also we are breathing it. So air comes under it, water and soil. Soil is also like that. Water we know we are directly taking, in many places directly people are taking water for their drinking purpose even, but some places it is a hard water, so we are using it as a, we are using filtering the water. Here directly soil, if you have to grow crops, what we are doing, whether we are filtering the soil, no, whatever soil we have, we make it as fertile by adding the some manures, no, so soil is also we are using directly. So but in some cases we have to use tools and technologies. Example I will say, so I told you that some places the wells are there, directly we can use the water from it, but in some places hard water is there, that means the bore wells are there, people are using bore well. Okay, so for digging a bore well, what we have to do, we have to use the tools, we have to use the tools for digging a bore well. A man can't dig a bore well. Man can dig a bore well with the uses of the technologies. Here we need machineries and tools for digging the well. That means sometimes we need the help of technologies to use the natural resources in best possible way. That is the point we earlier told about the time and technologies, isn't it? So here we use the technology for using the natural resource in the best possible way. Okay. Natural resources further divided into level of development, origin, stock, distribution. Again it is further divided into level of development, origin, stock, distribution. Okay. So when we classify natural resources on the basis of level of development, it may be actual and potential. When we classify the natural resources on the basis of level of development, it may be actual and potential. When we classify natural resources on the basis of origin, it may be biotic or abiotic. When we classify natural resources on the basis of stock, it may be renewable or non-renewable. When we classify natural resources on the basis of distribution, it may be ubiquitous and localized. Got the point? Okay. So next we are going to explain what is actual resource and what is potential resource. What is the actual resource? Those resources whose quantity is known to us. The quantity is known to us and being used by us. Actual resource means it is known by us, the quantity is known by us, and now we are using it. That is actual resource. Okay, in our textbook it is described as actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. These resources are being used in present. Nowadays we are using it too. The rich deposits of coal in Ruhr, example, the rich deposit of the coal in Ruhr in Germany and the black soil of Maharashtra. We know about the natural resources like coal in Ruhr. We know that this coal is available in Ruhr. And what happened? We are using it too. And the black soil of Maharashtra also, we know about the quantity of the black soil in the Maharashtra, and that black soil is used by us also. Used by us means the present that black soil is used in our country. Okay, so next is potential. What is potential resource? Potential resource means those resources whose entire quantity may not be known and these are not being used at present. Potential resource means that this quantity of this resources, we don't know how much quantity is there. How much quantity is there, and we don't know that use also. The level of technology we have present may not be advanced because we don't have that much of technologies for using these resources. Got it? That means, example, wind energy. Wind energy is there, and wind energy we don't know how much quantity of wind energy is there. We don't know about it. We don't know about the high speed quantity and how much is there. Like the uranium found in Ladakh. We know that uranium is present in Ladakh, but we don't know to utilize, or we don't have that much advanced technologies that could be to use now, but suppose we will use it in future. Because the technologies are advancing nowadays, so we can use that advanced technologies in future for using uranium. Okay, so next I said about the origin. Origin, when we classify the natural resources on the basis of origin, we will get a biotic and a abiotic. Biotic we already learned about it. Biotic means all living things, plants, animals and human things. All these things comes under the biotic. And abiotic means about all non-living things. Example, soil, rocks, minerals, all these things comes under abiotic. Got it? Abiotic resources are non-living and biotic resources are living. Got it? So next, when we classify the natural resources on the basis of a stock, we get a renewable and a non-renewable resource. What is renewable and what is non-renewable? Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. Okay, those resources which get renewed or replenished quickly. Example, solar, wind, water. That means solar energy, wind energy, water energy, all these things are there. Okay, but it is not getting affected by the human activities. Okay, the human activities can't affect on it, on this solar energy, wind energy, like that. But water is there, it is there. If the careless use of it, the careless use of the renewable resources like water, soil and forest can affect their stock. Okay, if we are using it without care, this water, soil and forest, what will happen? Human activities led to affect their stock. Okay, so other is non-renewable resource. What is a non-renewable resource? Non-renewable resource means we have only limited stock of it. Okay, non-renewable resource means only limited stock of it, and it will take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. Okay, so for example, what is petroleum? Petroleum is under the soil. Petroleum is under the soil. Okay, and we are nowadays its consumption is also very high. If we are using like this, what will happen? We can't replenish it. It will take thousands of years to the further formation of petroleum. Okay, I think you got that point also. When we classify the natural resources on the basis of distribution, what are the things coming there? Ubiquitous and localized. What is ubiquitous? Ubiquitous means resources that are found everywhere. Okay, resources that are found everywhere. For example, air. Air we breathe. Air we breathe comes under the ubiquitous resource. Means air, wherever we are moving in this world, air is there. We can't find, but air is there, isn't it? We can feel. So air comes under the ubiquitous resource. Okay, localized. Localized. What is a localized resource? Resources that are found only in certain places. Ubiquitous means we can find it everywhere. But localized means that are found only in certain places. Example, copper, iron, like that. We can't get copper everywhere. We can get it from copper mines only. We will not get copper from everywhere. We will get this type of metals from their mines only. Means some resources we will get localized places. That means the localized resources we will get from some certain places only. Next, why there are difference on distribution? There are differences on distribution. I told you, no? Yeah, because distribution depends upon the number of physical factors like terrain, climate, and altitude. The distribution depends on the factors like terrain, climate, and altitude. Okay. Distribution depends on the number of physical factors that I told you, terrain, climate, and altitude. For example, fruit cultivation, we can take the example of the fruit cultivation. Whether we can cultivate the apple everywhere in India? No. Kashmir, it is famous for the apple cultivation. Why? Because that physical factors are helpful for the growing of the apple trees in Kashmir. That means the altitude places are good for it. And when we take the vegetations, whether the vegetations are, we can vegetate all the vegetables in every places of our country. No, that it also depends on the altitude. Okay, so these type of things depends on, that means the distribution depends on the physical factors like terrain, climate, and altitude. Children, today I described only the natural resources. Natural resources, that means I told you we can divide into three. Which are they? Types of resources I told you we can divide into three: natural resources, human made, and human resources. Now, next video I will describe about this human made resources and human resources. You can understand, you understood everything what I taught today. If you have any doubts or anything, please comment me and help me to subscribe to your friends and relatives. And till then, bye bye. We can see on the next video. Thank you.